Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will never miss out on the content which we are posting on this particular channel. Today, we are diving into the world of ServiceNow Surveys, a powerful tool designed to help organizations collect valuable feedbacks and dive into continuous improvement. So I'm a big fan of survey because it helps you keep up to date, okay, with what exactly your end user is experiencing, okay, how exactly um your stakeholders, okay, uh, are what experience they are facing over the platform which you have built, okay, what additional features they want and so on. Okay, so in today's tutorial we'll be creating a survey, okay, using a survey designer, and then we'll be seeing how we can trigger that survey out. So as you can see on my system, this is my current ServiceNow PDA, okay, and this is on the Vancouver release. So in order to get to the survey, what you have to do, you have to just type survey, and you will see the module for the survey. So this is getting started, which will give the overview of the survey, overview, then survey designer, okay, using which we can create a design, survey design. Then we can view all the survey which were created in the past, okay, questions, question banks, and so on. So in order to create a new survey, what you have to do, you have to first click on Survey Designer. As soon as you click on Survey Designer, it will create a builder view for you. Okay. And here you can simply drag and drop and create a survey. So today we'll be creating a survey for incident. So whenever incident get resolved, I want to get the feedback from the user, how their experience was. Okay. So in order to do that, let's first name this out. Okay. So we'll give TechnoMonk incident server, and now we can you can see on the control side we have multiple questions out. Also we have question banks, okay, so it will be like you can consider it as containers, and then we have categories of the questions. So we will simply go to controllers and what exactly we want. First of all, now I will just go to the scale and I will simply drag and drop, and you can see on every question you can see the gear icon using which you can configure that particular question out. So if I go over here, I can keep the name as is for now, okay, and I will change the name as rate your experience, okay, and over here I will just zoom out a little bit. Rate your experience active. Let's make it mandatory, okay, so that we can see this value. And here we can have the configurations, right? So we can redefine it out. Also poor, I will give good, excellent, and fourth also we can add, which will be mind blowing. I know this will never happen, but I just with the terms of positive thinking, I am giving this out, and I can give the name as 4. Okay. So this is how you can define it out. So we have defined the first question. The red mark shows that it's a mandatory. Now we can give what we can give. We can give one more numeric skill. Okay. And I will configure it out. Experience with admin, because admin will be the one who will be resolving the query. Okay. I will just give the same. I'm just doing different. I'm trying different methods out to let you know how we can configure it out. We'll keep it non-mandatory for this, and we can, it's 0 to 5, but we can make it 10 also. That's completely fine. And done. I have done with this also. So 0 will be lowest and 10 will be the highest one. Okay. Also, you can give anything out. Let me add some string field. Okay. And we can give it a name as additional comments. and I will keep it as string fill itself. Okay, so this is done. Now you can go to the configuration in order to configure the things with respect to this survey. For instance, this active, who is the survey owner. Okay, and this is the important part. Introduction will be like whenever this survey will get sent to user, it's really necessary to get the information right, get the context what the survey is all about. So this is where the introduction is, and the end note is like once a person has completed the survey, what end notes you want to provide the user. Okay, thank you or something else. Okay, so for this is a survey for your incident feedback, and let's add thank you for your time. I don't want to add signature, something like that. Okay, I'll just go and save this out. Also, we have the availability, so you can make it accessible to everyone or to a specific user. When you select specific user, it asks for group users, okay, or certain recipient list. But I will keep it for anyone, okay, and I will just publish this out. So once we publish this out, you can simply preview it also. So if you click on preview, it will create a preview for you. So this is how the survey will look. Okay. In additional comments, it's the placeholder as admin. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can change this out. Go to the gear icon. I think it's getting prefilled from my browser itself. Okay. So we have designed a survey. Now let's look into the survey. So we'll again go to the survey, and in the view survey tab, we can see all the survey which are present on your system. Okay. Ideally, so if I go to the filter over here, and I will just make it 20 rows so that we can see our survey also. So we haven't provided description, but it's must. Okay, you should always provide so that you will get more transparency what you have created till now. So you can see tons of survey right now. Okay, I will open our survey. So now you have created a survey. Now you can define what should be the assessment duration for it. By default, it's 14 days. Okay, and on the same you can see the response rate, what kind of response you are getting for your survey, right? So currently it's empty because no one has provided the response, but once people started providing the response, you will get the survey link and you can see the series number, right? Because you can send the survey repetitive times, right? Okay, so it will be series 1, series 2, series 3 kind of thing. Also you will have survey summary, how exactly people are interacting with survey, so you can get this over here. Now how to send survey? There are 3 ways with which we can send the survey out. First is like you can simply send manually. If you want to send it manually, you can do that. The second thing is like you want to define a scheduled survey, okay, where you define a survey at particular, for example, every month, and you want to trigger a survey, okay, to get the holistic feedback for all the requirements. And the third and the final way is like you can define the trigger condition, that when this trigger condition meets, then the survey will get triggered, right? So let's go with the third way out. So if you want to have one trigger condition, because this is the one which I use frequently, okay, so what you can do, go to trigger condition, click on new, and you can select table. On which table we are defining? We are defining it on incident table. Okay, whom to send on incident table, right? Third, obviously we will be sending it to open by person only. So we'll give it to open by. Okay, related fields we don't want. Okay, probability 100%. Okay, description, send this survey to reportee, okay, of incident. incident. And here you can define the condition. What will be the condition? So one will be opened by is not empty. I just want to make sure, okay, I always do this. Okay. I want to make system error prone. So that's the reason. And state is closed, cancelled or closed, or yeah, cancelled or closed one. Okay. And let's submit it out. Also on the survey, you can see there is a view survey URL. So if you click on this, it will generate the URL, and you can simply circulate this URL also for the survey. For instance, if I copy this out, Control C, and if I go to the next tab, okay, and if we go to the next tab, and if I paste it out and enter, so it will open it up that survey. Get started, and this is how the interface will look to the end user. You can create the sections out also. Okay, we were able to see it on the form designer, right, on the survey designer. So this is one thing, and one more thing is like you can copy the service out, okay, to create another survey, additional information. You can assign this survey, you can jump back to the survey designer, and so many things you can do. Once this is done, right, on the survey, there's a survey instances, okay, where you can see which surveys are ready to take, which are completed, which are in progress. Okay, so all those things you can see. So this particular survey has due date the system administrator. Okay, so this is one. On the administrator side, you can see the recipient list, the trigger condition for your survey, okay, user group, and there are a few properties out there. So you can look into those properties, okay, if required. So this is all for today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, we have seen what is Survey Designer in ServiceNow, how exactly it helps you to get the feedbacks, to collect the feedbacks from the end user, how we can design a survey easily, okay, with Survey Designer, and how we can trigger it out. And after that, how we can collect the response and derive the information out of it. So this is all for today's tutorial. I hope you like it out. Okay, if you like it out, please subscribe to my channel so that you will get notified whenever a new video is coming up. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and have a nice day. Thank you.